let's go to the team that lost Gordon Hayward. How did you feel about that, Caleb? I want to ask you. I know you guys didn't get to fill his position for that 30 whatever mil because when you lose it for that position. But how did you guys feel about losing him?
I was ready to move on, but my thing was I wanted to execute a sign and trade and bring something back.
You wanted to execute him?
Not execute a sign and trade. Jeez, a whiz. My gosh. But I wanted to get a sign and trade because I wanted to get something back. But losing him, in my opinion, wasn't that big of a deal because for the past 3 years, we've had this thing of, is Gordon Hayward back? Is he going to be back? Is he going to be healthy? Can we count on Gordon Hayward? It's a lot to worry about if you can replace that with like healthy, productive minutes from like your other wings and stuff, I think it's okay to lose him. I know it sucks to lose that money, not get anything in return. You know what I mean? But like, first off, never if the Celtics would have signed him to that deal that he got from Charlotte, if they'd have been like, listen, we'll give you the same thing, I wouldn't be here today. I'd quit basketball viewing. I'd shut down the laptop, shut down the podcast. I'd be gone forever. I would not want to pay Gordon Hayward that much money. So losing him, it sucks. It does suck, but not the biggest deal in the world. I think our free agent signings were very good. I love Tristan Thompson. That deal is that's a really good deal. That deal is chef's kiss, right? That's a perfect situation. You add him beautifully into the big man rotation, and I think he starts, and that pushes Tice to the bench role. And I've been saying for a long time, Daniel Tice, good center, not a starter, but he'd be a productive bench big, right? We like that move. Jeff Teague, right, replaces Brad Wanamaker. That stinks because I'm a Pitt fan as well. So losing Brad Wanamaker, I'm like, makes me sad. You know what I mean? But Jeff Teague, an upgrade over Wanamaker. The parts we lost, we improved, like Enes Kanter, gone. That's flexing on that one. But
that's personal bias.
Dude, trust me, Tristan Thompson's better. Listen, I'm not going to get into this argument because this will turn into a rant, and that's not what I'm ranting about on this episode.
That's my rant for today.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, listen.
I want to get into a rant.
We improved. I'd give our our free agency a B-. I'll say B-.
No.
You don't think it's that high?
No.
Why?
Tristan Thompson, absolute A+ signing. I think that's probably one of my favorite sneaky signings of this offseason. The Celtics were in desperate need for a defensive big, and especially rebounding-wise, I think you guys struggled a lot on the offensive rebounding end and on the defensive end. And I think Tristan Thompson's a huge pickup. A lot of people hate on Tristan because of his contract. I think if you look at him for his face value, he's a much better player than what his contract shows. And I was really looking forward to see him get off of that large deal to see where he goes next and see how he does on a lower contract, because people are like, oh, Tristan Thompson sucks. He's not worth $20 million, whatever, for a guy that gets 6 points and 11 rebounds. But you're not talking about someone that's meant to score the ball. You're talking about a big man who's, again, you're using him for rebounding, for the defensive end, for a position of need for the Celtics for a long time, ever since you guys have had Kevin Garnett and the other guy we won't speak of. But I'm not mentioning his name. But the other signing, Jeff Teague. I would rather have Brad Wanamaker on a 4-year deal than have Jeff Teague. And here's my reasoning why. Jeff Teague is no longer that same player. Now, I get it. He played for 2 non-playoff teams in Atlanta and Minnesota last year. But when he played, he just wasn't producing at all. In Atlanta, he was struggling a lot. He had 7 points, and he was shooting a really low clip. With Minnesota, it was a little bit better. He was averaging 13 points a game, and I get it. He's going to be a backup point guard for you guys. I just don't see the value in Jeff Teague. I don't see him fitting your timeline, and I didn't like the pickup. But I did – again, I really like Tristan. So I would probably give it C+, B-.
That's why – okay, so don't treat me like I'm an idiot whenever I gave it that grade.
No, I know. I just wanted to argue with you.
Wow. Okay. Now I agree though. Jeff Teague. Like, here's the thing with Brad Wanamaker and Jeff Teague. This is what I told my dad, who is a very big Celtics fan. Right. I said, listen, Wanamaker is like you find $100 on the street, right? And Jeff Teague is like you find $100 on the street, and there's also a $5 bill next to it. Like, yeah, it's more, but it's not like an exponential upgrade like Thompson over Canner was. But I don't know. I'm
Leave Enes Kanter alone.
no, and you know what really sucks? Harry Giles has to be in the same locker room as Enes Kanter now.
Harry Giles and man, I'm not again. You are making me mad. I'm not talking about Harry Giles right now.